calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Interessante Beobachtung. Oh, mein Koffer. Mein Koffer. Mal meine Nahrungsvorräte auffüllen. Insofern wir noch was haben. Ja, nehmen wir. Ja, nehmen wir. Ja, nehmen wir alle 4. Wir müssen dringend Nahrung auffüllen, Alter. Das ist echt krass, wie wenig wir haben. Und ich dachte so am Anfang noch so, hohoho, das würde ja ewig reichen. Jupp. Gönn dir mal noch ein Ei. So, jetzt sehen wir erstmal wieder relativ gut aus. So, Tag. Wer bist du? Die Schlange.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith.
Ah, Wesley, der Waffenschmied, Besitzer des Waffengeschäfts.
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Ah. Die kann man noch kaufen. 14 Dollar. Nehme ich trotzdem mit. Sind aber 5 Stück, glaube ich, wenn ich das richtig gesehen habe. Maschinenpistole, Automatikkugeln.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Okay. Hallo Suspekt.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife.
Olivia Cormack, Nicks Frau. Wer ist Nick?
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Mhm. Und das ist, glaube ich, Nick.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
Nick Cormack, Besitzer des Diners.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You're sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
Gut, das auch wohl den Nick mal besuchen. So, wen haben wir denn hier noch? Elvis und...
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Ah,
Yes, I'm Lily.
Lily Ingram, Kates Frau. Oder Kiesfrau.
I'm FBI Special Agent...
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent from the big city. The facial scar trademark. The way you introduce yourself. Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts.
Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first. It's one of those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But...
You think there's something else?
Well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Okay. Also ich sehe schon, es wird eine Menge Arbeit.
Yeah! Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
Hab's fast gedacht. Keith Ingram, Besitzer des Gemischtwarenladens. Okay.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Das stimmt mit denen nicht, Alter.
Do you sell raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know, that scar of yours. Now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks? Now that's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon, and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
Ich glaube, den nehmen wir fest. Der ist nicht ganz sauber. So, da ist noch Jim. Und... Ach, die Mieze von der Tanke. Sorry, Polly.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my questions, Zach. Amazing.
Okay, Polly erschießen. So. Was hast du für Probleme? Der Topf ist heiß und du willst ihn nicht loslassen? Das ist doof.
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Streunerin Sigourney?
Hey, mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are Who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Top. Läuft. Ist da ein Telefon? Ja. Okay, warte mal. Wir gehen jetzt erstmal Jim.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest.
Stimmt, Jim
How
kennen
are
wir ja
Isaac
schon.
and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to, in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
Ich muss tanken.
Hello again, Agent York. How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you have any information that could help me out?
Information? Sounds difficult and not my kind of conversation. Anyways, you should come by the gas stand again. I'll give you the best service in town.
Zach, perhaps you can tell me. Why did she bother coming here?
Wo war deine Tankstelle? Ich weiß es nicht mehr. So. Und du bist?
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
Ach so, einer. Check der rasende Stier. Tankstellenbesitzer.
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
Naruto?
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you. I only talk to Ben Franklin.
You know, first impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
So, damit haben wir alle durchgekaut. Was für mich jetzt nur noch letzte Amtshandlung für diese Aufnahme. Ein R-Gespräch. Kling, kling. Gut, Freunde. Ich danke euch fürs Zusehen. Sorry, dass das also mal so ein bisschen gedauert hat, dass es wieder in Fahrt kam. Die alte ist so geil hier. So wie lustige Musik einfügen. Ja. Okay, beim nächsten Mal hoffe ich, dass wir dann wieder den Killer einen Schritt weiter auf die Spur kommen. Und ich bin gespannt, was jetzt eventuell so an Nebenmissionen oder an Missionen so auf uns zukommt. Das wird bestimmt ganz interessant. Und ich habe noch 3 vergessen. Oh oh. Ich nehme alles zurück. Wir müssen noch mit den 3 reden. Das will ich noch wenigstens beendet haben. Wen haben wir denn da noch? Ich will vielleicht doch nicht mit euch reden. Kennt ihr Brokeback Mountain, den Film? Hm? Nee, okay. Wer ist er?
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65.
Richard Dunn, Besitzer der Darts Bar.
How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. I mean, murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there.
That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
So, das ist fraglicher Sohn, der irgendwann die Bar übernimmt. Familienunternehmer.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
Kult dann, Angestellter der Dartsbar.
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
Nicht schlecht. So, und der letzte... Oh Mann.
Good evening, Agent.
Brian, der schlaflose Friedhofswächter, Alter.
Good evening, Mr...
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna, her smile, so warm. Anna, blonde hair, so bright.
Alter, ich glaube, den sollten wir als erstes besuchen gehen.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Aber zuerst sollten wir den Topf ein. Mal hinterher hier, ne? Oh, oh.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Okay. Also diese Stadt ist... Also erst die Topfwolle und dann den Friedhofstypen mal auf den Pelz fühlen. Der Rest wirkt eigentlich... Na gut, und der hier, der Rock'n'Rollige. Der Rest wirkt eigentlich nur relativ normal. Obwohl... Zahl von Tagen sind wir schon bei 3 besiegte Gegner 121. Kling. Und Gehalt. Kling. Definitiv. Ach Gott. Eigentlich wollte ich ja fertig machen jetzt, ne? Naja. Warte ich bis zur nächsten frei beweglichen Szene. Keks von Thomas, was?
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right then, let's do that.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner? That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner. Or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Wir gehen mit dem Essen. Aber erst am nächsten Fall. Und genau jetzt ist hier im Hintergrund eine Sirene.
I've been sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe? Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor? Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or as a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it.
Alter.
He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum, then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing, but those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course, but still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Das waren auf jeden Fall ein paar interessante Geschichten. Also, Special Agent York hat auf jeden Fall interessante Sachen mitgemacht. Und wir haben gegessen. Wir sind satt. Und da vorne ist ein Telefon. Und wo ist mein Auto? Da ist mein Auto. Lassen wir erstmal stehen. Ich gehe jetzt einfach nur zum Telefon. Jetzt habe ich sowieso schon... Okay, ich fahre dahin. Meine Fresse. Nix ist um der Ecke. Hab sowieso schon gnadenlos überzogen. Muss man dazu sagen. Das mit den Essen war auf jeden Fall eine super Idee. Okay, ich hätte mir mal von der Alten sagen lassen sollen, wo die Tanke ist. Jetzt bin ich immer noch nicht schlauer. Aber haben wir die damals nicht angezeigt bekommen auf der Karte? Nicht auf der Minimap, sondern auf der offiziellen Karte. Wir nehmen das Telefon hier. So, wo ist es denn? Da. Können wir hier rauf. Oh, super Parkplatz. Ich parke ja sowieso irgendwie automatisch, also von daher. Mir scheißegal, wo ich parke. Haha. Seht ihr? Schnell, ich muss raus aus der Matrix. Yep. Ich brauche einen Ausgang. Okay, Freunde, vielen Dank fürs Zusehen auf jeden Fall. Voll überzogen. Aber egal, hat sich gelohnt. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye, bye.